Terrifying. Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you all can hear me. Hopefully I don't sound super muffled. I was listening to my last video, my last live that I did, and I was like, I sound a little muffled, but hopefully I don't sound like too crazy. Um, just gonna post something real quick. Uh, oops. Okay. Just letting one of my friends know that I'm going live now because this video was her idea. So she better listen to me. This is her idea. So she better get her butt in here. I don't like how my eyes look right now. Is that weird? Share, copy link. Oops. 9 p.m. Okay. Sorry, I'm being a boring little snut right now. I'm just trying to post that I'm live right now so people show up and want to come and hang out. Um, Amanda and Kyle's relationship timeline. Hashtag Summer House. I'll post it there. That's good there. And then we'll post it over here on the threads. Are people doing threads? Is that a thing? Are people doing threads? I don't feel like people are doing threads. Is that a thing? No, I don't wanna try stop. Why do all these apps wanna try new things? They're like, "Try this new thing." It's like, how about you just stick to what you're good at, and let's call it a day. Um, Amanda and Kyle's relationship time timeline. Paste. Post. Okay, that's good enough for now. Okay, so I wanna do this video. Sorry for the replay if you're part of the replay crew because that intro was literal trash. Um, so one of my friends and followers was like, "Oh my god, I need you to do, like, a relationship timeline on Amanda and Kyle because I don't, like, know anything, but I wanna know things, like, I wanna know the tea." And I was like, "Okay, I know some tea, but I don't know all of the tea, and I'm definitely not gonna go back and watch 10 seasons of Summer House." So I was like, "What?" I was like, "Someone on the internet has to have that." And guess what? They do, Us Weekly. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna read this Us Weekly article that breaks down a timeline about the 2 of them, and I'm gonna talk about it because I know some things, but I don't know everything. I basically know that, Kyle is a piece of garbage. I think we all know that. That Amanda should have never married him, and that he's a man child, just like every other man that's literally on Bravo. He is a literal man child. So let me share my screen with you. Hopefully I'm not good. I'm not, like, showing you guys anything you don't need to see. I wish I could someone teach me how to be a YouTuber. Tell me if I can make this screen bigger one day. Okay, so this is Kyle and Amanda Batula's relationship timeline. So if you guys didn't know, they recently announced that they're getting divorced. Well, they announced that they're getting separated, which makes me think that there's room for reconciliation, which I don't like that. I'm like, "No, no, no, girl, let's call a spade a spade. Are you getting divorced or not? Like, get divorced from this man, run away from him as fast as humanly possible, and never come back." Okay, so they started hanging out in the summer of 2020, 2015. That I can't believe that this show has been on for a decade. This is like Summer House and Vanderpump Rules are like kind of in the same like multi-universe like basically like they're all like all the younger groups of shows, they have like connections with each other and stuff. It's kind of interesting, but like um I think I did a video on a Vanderpump Rules recap where I talked about the episode where they all went to Montauk or whatever. The Vanderpump Rules girls went over to Montauk, and that's how they met, and Kyle called Stassi Steve Jobs. It was really funny. And so what is it? I'm streaming. What's up? Go see Dada because I'm live on stream. Go see your father. Welcome to my life. Okay. So, Bravo personalities began dating during the summer, with Cook revealing in July 2021 that he met Petula 6 years earlier, shortly after she turned 24. When I first when I first read that, before I read the shortly after, turning 24 or whatever, I immediately was like, "Did Kyle meet her when she was, like, underage?" I was like, "Oh, no." I didn't it. That's not what happened. They met when she was 24. I'm sorry. This guy, I'll already know. Jalissa, you are here. Hi, girl. So if you have any questions, type them in while we're going through this. Okay. This picture right here, this person right here is an automatic red flag for me. If a man is looking like this at a party when I'm 24, if you're 24 and you're watching this, run away from this person. Walk away, don't interact, don't engage, disengage with anybody that goes to a party and when you're in college and you're in your 20s looking like that. Batula shared in February 2016 a blurry image, a photo dressed in a neon ski outfit alongside Cook, making their first official Instagram snap together. Pretty much sums up my night. Hashtag après ski, hashtag faceplant. She captioned the silly little pic. Oh, look how young she looks. She is a baby right there. Dang, man. Dude, he's in his 40s. Grow up, man. So in 2016, July 2016, after being invited by Cook to the Hamptons house twice over the 4th of July weekend, Batula appeared on some season 1 episodes of Summer House alongside her beau. So we got to kind of like be introduced to her in the first season, and then the second season is when they made it official, and then they've kind of been together ever since. So they've been the longest couple, in the posse here. March 2017, the duo became an official couple during the season 1 finale of Summer House, which aired in March 2017. Okay, so remember that. March 2017 is when this aired. Okay, remember that time frame. Don't forget it. Someone write this down because there's a timeline when it comes to this whole cheating situation. Okay. So, October 2017, the Lovebirds jetted off to Greece to cap off the summer season at the end of September. They returned to the US the following month. Nobody cares. February 2018. This is also, I repeat, this is also a red flag. If a man posts a picture of the two of you, okay, together, and he posts what I am about to read, red flag. You are mine, my douchebag, my tool. Oh, sorry, she posts this. If you're posting this, this is a red flag. My tool, my loser, my immature frat boy wannabe, my jerk, my commitment phobe, my sloppy drunk, my everything. Batula wrote via Instagram alongside a photo of her and her man. And I love you for all that you are and all everyone else claims you to be because you make me laugh, push me outside my comfort zone. Girl, the type of pushing he's pushing you out of the comfort zone is not that, no, like it's the uncomfortable zone. Inspired me to work harder, comfort me when I'm down, listen to me when I'm stressed or frustrated, slash make fun of me, call me a whiny little baby, that kind of stuff. Love me for everything that I am. And most importantly, you make my heart so full. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. If you are posting this, take a picture of this. Okay. Take a picture of this, print it, put it at your desk, put it at your bedside table, put it at your mirror, okay, in your bathroom. And if at any point you think that you are about to post a photo of you and your partner, And something to the effect where it starts off with, "You are mine, my douchebag, my tool, my loser, my immature frat boy wannabe, my jerk, my commitment phobe, sloppy drunk, my everything." Step away from the phone. Step away from the phone. Step away from the posting, step away from Facebook, step away from whatever you are doing. Put the phone down. Put the computer down, put the tablet down, put the Kindle down, okay? Don't do it, Linda. Don't post this shit. Because if you are posting, like, to be funny that, like, "Oh, like, my boyfriend's such a douchebag, haha, he's like a commitment phobe, it's crazy." That's when people start not feeling bad for you. That's where I want women to understand this from the jump, so we don't fall into this trap of supporting a man that doesn't give two rats asses about us, to the point that it's humiliating because he allows you to humiliate yourself on the internet to defend him. Blech. Disgusting. Disgusting. She's so goddamn gorgeous. Her skin is phenomenal. She's just, like, naturally gorgeous. Alright, so September 2018, future Mr. and Mrs. Send It reporting for duty. That's a major ick, in case you were wondering. The Maryland native wrote via Instagram announcing their engagement. The bride-to-be also shared a message about the proposal, writing, "Hey, guys, we did a thing. You guys are so cool. You really did a thing." Okay, this is another thing. This is another red flag. If you are on a reality TV show, this episode of Sam's teaches you guys about red flags. If you are going somewhere in public, okay, you're not going to go and watch what happens live. But if you and your partner are going somewhere in public, and every time someone asks you guys a question about your relationship, about you guys or what you're doing, and everything that comes out of your partner's mouth is borderline hostile and embarrassing, that's also a red flag. Because every time Kyle Cook would go on to Watch What Happens Live, he'd have to answer for what a buffoon he is. My partner shouldn't have to answer for their bad choices all of the time. Like my husband, none of my girlfriends are like, "Oh, I don't know, Sam, remember that time? Oh, girl, I don't know. Remember this? Oh, girl, I don't know. Like, what do you think about that?" Like, I don't have to explain my husband to anybody because my husband isn't a fool and isn't embarrassing me on a regular basis in front of people. That's not happening. Hello? Oh god. Sorry. March 2019. Cook confirmed during the season 3 premiere of Summer House that he'd been unfaithful to Betula in the past. A year ago, I was on a guys trip. Okay, so this was season 3. So this must have been like 2019, which means a year into approximately-ish, right? A year into the relationship, he was already cheating on her. You can't even make it a year. You haven't even gone through anything. You haven't even had to support each other in a long-term committed kinda way, and we're already doing this shit? Like, right, like, the amount of life that women the amount of life that women lose staying with men that are such garbage human beings makes me so sad and wish that women could just be reborn. Like, I pray for reincarnation for all women so we can start over if we need to and go back and go, "Oh, that guy, not doing that anymore." Cook confirmed during the season 3 premiere of Summer House that he'd been unfaithful to Petula in the past. "A year ago, I was on a guy's trip, I blacked out, and I woke up in a girl's bed," he recalled during the episode. "I've never felt worse in my entire life." Raise your hand if you think Kyle cheated more than once. Raise your hand if you think that, he's full of shit and he does know what happened and he's fully aware of what happened and he was just a dumbass. Anybody? Me. This What is it with the Bravo guys? Okay, I've been rewatching season 5 of Vanderpump Rules so I could finish recapping it because I never finished recapping it, and I'm going to one day. Um, and that's the season that Katie and Tom Schwartz get married, and they have the, bachelorette party. The most iconic thing on television. If you've never seen it, like, I can't tell you how much just that Bachelor, Bachelorette, like, it's 3 episodes, I think, is worth Grammy, BAFTA, World Peace, like, Oscar, Tony, like, just you cannot make that shit up. Like, it's just incredible and super, super incredible. But it's so funny because, like, you watch that season back, and one of the things that they talk about over and over and over again is about how Tom used to cheat on Katie, and he slept with a girl in Vegas. He says he only made out with her. He said, "There's no way. There's no way. I was so drunk. I was so drunk. There's no way I could have slept with a girl." Blah 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 blah. And it's one of those things where, and I think Katie brings this up because she's, Katie's very, very smart. She was like, "Oh my God, um, maybe don't get so drunk that you do black out and pass out and you make bad choices." Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. I could black out and I would not hook up with another person. If I did, it would be considered an assault because I would not be a consenting adult. So when these guys keep making these fucking this BS of like, "Oh, I blacked out. I don't remember anything." We got to cut that crap out. And the Vanderpump Rule guys would do it all the time. You know what's crazy? Pre-kids, my husband and I blacked out a lot together drinking, and never once did we cheat. Me either. I blacked out multiple times with my ex-husband, never cheated on him, and we're not together. So, figure that one out. But yeah, no. I like my husband and I talk about this all the time. My husband's like, if I'm blackout drunk, I won't be participating in anything because 'cause I'll be blackout. And again, I can't emphasize this enough, like, if I'm having sex blackout, that's assault. Like, that's right? Am I right? Is that, like, the definition, like, of social assault? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like, I'm just tired of these excuses because, like, there's actual women out there that are that are blacking out and are being, like, assaulted. And these men are, like, using that as an excuse to cheat on their partners. You know what I'm like, do we not see that connection? Like, they don't, I do. And I'm like, "You're saying these things, but it feels like you're using it as an excuse to cheat when there's actual women that are actually blacking out for multiple reasons, some their own choosing and their own choices, some not their own choices, and are being, like, assaulted." Like, what are stop with stop with the blackout excuse. Cut the shit. Don't black out. Are you not a grown adult and don't know how much you, like, should and shouldn't drink? You're not 21. Okay, when Kyle was acting like a dumbass, he was a grown man, not a 21-year-old, not an 18-year-old being like, "I don't know how many beers I can have." You know how many beers you can have, you know how much alcohol you can drink. I know how much alcohol I can and can't drink. I've known since I was a teenager. Like, come on. Cut come on. Petula explained during the show that she found out about the infidelity a few months before they returned to the Hamptons to film, which I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine having this conversation. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you right now. If I was on a reality TV show and my partner cheated on me, y'all would like, I don't think I would be able to tell anybody. Like, I don't know if I could tell people back then when I was, like, in my early 20s. I think I would, like, not tell a damn soul if I'm gonna stay with him. In the real world where I'm a real person, I would never stay with someone who cheated on me, ever, because I just think that's a there is no excuse. There's nothing you can say to me that is like, "Just break up with me." It would suck, and I'd hate it, and I'd be sad, and I'd be devastated that you broke up with me and then, like, a day later fuck somebody, but at least I'm not your problem anymore. Um, and despite losing trust for her then fiancé, oh my god, ew, that's right, his fiancé. She chose to give him one more chance. This sounds like an episode of Tell Me Lies, which also, if you guys are not watching Tell Me Lies, watch that show. That show is like Vanderpump Rules on crack. It's crazy to the point that like sometimes when I'm watching it, I'm like extremely uncomfortable. Like episode 4, you mean so much to me. I don't ever want to put you through that, what I put you through. Cook told Batula on the show, "I'm 110% in this. We're in this together." And then he just, like, suffers 'cause he doesn't love her the way a partner should be loved. He loves her in his little dumbass way. He doesn't actually love her the way a human being should love another human being and should treat another human being. And so what ends up happening is he ends up resenting her. He ends up hurting himself as well as her and just torturing himself being with somebody that he isn't going to be fulfilled by. I've said this so many times and I don't understand why men don't grasp this in any way shape or form. I genuinely don't understand why men do not grasp this. If they would just be honest, like very honest upfront about what they want from a partner, if they even want one, all these things, okay? If they just came up to women and said, "Hey, listen, I think you're beautiful, wonderful, nice, sweet, whatever. I'm just telling you right now, I'm not going to be in a relationship. I'm not going to be somebody's partner. I'm not going to be somebody's person. This is not what I want right now. I I'm going to be honest with you that my goal here is to hook up with you. And if we talk and hang out, cool. But we're not going to be boyfriend and girlfriend. That's not like, I'm just letting you know that's not where I am at this place in my life. Do men not understand? You would have women flooded in their pants if you were doing that shit. Flooded in their pants if you told them and respected them and listened to them. Do men not understand it's so easy to get laid? It's so easy to get laid, and they make it so difficult. Like, all you have to do is literally listen to a woman for more than 5 minutes without thinking about anything else, and you will easily figure out how to make a woman happy, and will literally have sex 24/7 if you want. Like, men think women are like, "Oh my god, women are, like, so hormonal, like, they never wanna have sex." No, they don't have sex with you. Because you're boring, you're a loser, you literally have shit stains in your underwear, you're a waste of time, you don't pick up your own laundry, you don't brush your teeth, and you pick lint out of your belly button. I'm sorry. I I'm supposed to be a supermodel, but you're allowed to be a gremlin from the pits of hell? No, I don't think so. Personality-wise and looks-wise, no. No, 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 no. That's not how this works, ladies, not anymore. It's 2026, we're not doing that anymore. Men that act like that are gross. So, August in 2020, another post, "I love you more than chicken nuggets and a good red wine." Here's another thing, you guys. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it until I am blue in the face. I truly do believe this. The couples that never post about each other, that hardly ever have, like, an "I love you," that literally post 1 post a year that's like, "Happy birthday, I love you," or "Happy anniversary," but don't post anything else about each other, those are the people that are actually, like, in good relationships because they're not trying to prove anything. You're not gonna see a million photos of me and my husband on my social media accounts because my husband and I, we spend time together. We're not, like, taking pictures of each other all the time and, like, posting about it. Oh my god, blah, blah, blah. And, like, I remember in my first marriage, I was like that a lot. And looking back now, I'm like, "Oh, you were overcompensating to try to prove something to people when you actually were not in a good relationship." And now I'm with my husband, who I've been with for 7 years now, and there's barely photos of us on the internet at all because after, like, a year or 2, I was like, "What am I doing? I don't need to post anything. Like, what do I have to prove to anybody?" That like, if anybody wants to know if my husband's a good person, they can come to my house and come see it for themselves. They can interact with us and spend time with us, and they can find it out for themselves because 'cause I'm not embarrassed by him. He doesn't embarrass me. You know what I'm saying? So if you or your partner are posting 75 videos and pictures and shit, talking about the love for each other, we love each other so much. Oh my god, I've never been so in love. Notice how Zendaya and her little lover boy there, Timmy, Tommy, whatever the frig his name is. I always call him Tom Hiddleston, and that's not his effing name. It's Tom Holland. Tom Holland. Do you see Zendaya and Tom Holland talking about each other 24/7 on the internet, taking videos with each other, posters with each other, walking around, calling fucking paparazzi to walk their dog around? No. No. Why? Because they don't need to prove anything to anybody. No one needs to know their business. No one I wanna know their business. I wanna be their friend. I wanna be Zendaya's best friend. That woman is perfection walking, okay? Literal perfection walking. Anybody would be like, I hope Tom Holland gets on his knees every night and looks up to whoever he prays to and literally is like, "Thank you so much." I hope Tom Holland literally has documentation of how he had to sell his soul to be with this woman. Like, wow. Okay. But you don't see them talking about each other. You don't see them like trying to prove anything. There's no need for that. They just live their life. Those are the couples that are going to last forever. Like, did you know, like a lot of people don't even know that, oh my God, Kerry Washington. Like a lot of people have no clue that Kerry Washington has a husband and like two babies, two kids, two full grown kids that are like 10 years old. She's literally married to an ex NFL player. Like, a lot of people don't know that. Why? Because they don't make a big deal about it. Because they're not like, "Oh my god, look at me, look at this, take a picture, look at this, look at that, blah, 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 blah." They don't do that. They don't need to do that. There's no need for it. Grow up. It's like, "Well, they're on a TV show together, but no, we're not talking." You know what I'm talking about. Come on now. Okay, and then they all went to Winter House, which are they never ever bring Winter House back? I love the concept of getting all of the younger people together. It reminds me a lot of, um, The Challenge, like Real World Road Rules, The Challenge. It reminds me of that. Not like the athleticism part, but like getting different shows together. I really love that concept. I have said this over and over and over again. I think they should stick with, the below deck shit. I think that's, like, a gold mine, and I don't know why they don't have that, like, as a show. Like, they should have a below deck show that has, like, celebrities, Bravo celebrities, like, like, every season of every housewife, of every show should have to do a below deck episode. But, like, I just think that'd be really fun to do, and I don't know, I like the concept. It also reminds me of, like, remember back in the day, the Disney Channel? They had all the different Disney stars, like, do games and stuff together. It reminds me a lot of, like, that too. Like, I just love the concept of getting multiple different shows together to do things. That's why I love Ultimate Girls Trip. Like, I think it's a genius idea. It's very, very smart idea to get multiple shows, multiple groups of people together from different shows, and then it also what it ends up doing is it ends up cross promoting because maybe you're like, "Oh, I don't love Real Housewives of blah blah blah," but one of the women goes on like Ultimate Girls Trip, and all the other girls you love, and this one girl you never really knew that you liked, and then you watch her on Ultimate Girls Trip, you're like, "Oh my god, I actually like that girl. Oh my god, I'm gonna go watch her show." And now you're watching her show. You know what I'm saying? It's smart. It is really smart. Um, okay, birthdays, blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, look how beautiful I will say this, they are gorgeous together. They really, really are. This is also the wedding that Craig got schmammered at and acted like a doofus and had to get kicked out of, that Paige defended him for, and then when they broke up, Paige was like, "No, he was a blithering drunk idiot," and it was so embarrassing, and I covered for his ass. Good times. The twosome tied the knot in Batula's parents' backyard in her hometown in Hillsborough, New Jersey, after delaying their nuptials 1 year amid the coronavirus pandemic. Okay, you guys, the coronavirus pandemic should have ended this relationship because if you watch the season that they were in that house together, all of them together during the coronavirus, it was wild. Wasn't Raquel there flirting with Craig from Vanderpump Rules? Stop. That would be crazy. It wouldn't fucking shock me anymore. What is Raquel doing? Isn't she like a yoga instructor somewhere now? COVID should have cursed this relationship and ended it like so many relationships. COVID didn't break it because let me tell you right now, again, I watched that season. I watched the COVID season. All the COVID seasons of every show sucked. Let's be for real. They were like scary, sad, and depressing. But yeah, that's crazy. It would not shock me that Raquel back in the day. I don't know what Raquel's like now, obviously. I hope she is never famous ever again because, oh my god, that girl, whether you liked her or not, that girl was not made for that lifestyle. She was not made for that lifestyle. Lala Kent, Sheena Shea, Katie Maloney, Stassi Schroeder. Those are the type of women that are made for reality TV. They're made to be reality TV famous. Oh my god, you guys, I have a huge dessert right here. Gross. I'm popping that later. All right, November 2021. The duo introduced their fans to their new adopted puppies with a cute cuddle photo. So yeah, everybody on the internet's been like, "Oh my god, what's going to happen to the dogs?" Because they fostered these dogs first, I guess, and then they ended up adopting them. And everybody's like, "Oh my god, who's going to get the dogs? Who's going to get the dogs?" Because spoiler alert, if you guys didn't know, Amanda went on a podcast. Was it last year? I think Jason, is it Tarek? I say his last name wrong all the time. He used to be on The Bachelor. I mean, sorry, on The Bachelorette. And he was engaged to one of the bachelorettes. Um, she was on his podcast and she was saying how they don't have a prenup. And she was like, the biggest mistake we ever made was we should have had a prenup because like we have like hello, we have money now, we have businesses, like, whatever. So people are like, oh my God, what's gonna happen with the dogs? Like, oh god. I it was so funny, Jalissa, you said this to me today. I agree with you. I think it'd be so funny if she started her own alcohol brand. I thought it and I said to you, Jalissa, I said, "I think it'd be even funnier if she started it with Paige." Because her and Paige have not been friends because of this doofus. And her and Paige and Hannah and her have all not been friends because of this doofus as well. So, it would be really cool to see them all kinda get back together. I hope she goes on Giggly Squad. I hope she was in Giggly Squad. It would be great. They don't ever, like, have guests, but it would be really funny if she went on Giggly Squad. The duo introduced their fans to their new foster puppies, Nobody Cares. January 2022, in a teaser of season 6 of the Bravo series, Batula breaks down after she is unable to get a hold of Cook while he is out partying. Every time he gets this effed up, it's so triggering for me, she tells pal Sierra and Paige. In the video, Batula calls her then fiance, who she has since married, 27 times and then breaks his things in the bathroom and puts his luggage outside when he doesn't answer. And that was a big part of that season. They were yeah, that Amanda was like pacing back and forth in their room because it's the same fucking room they get every single year. They pick the same room. So she's pacing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And she's having a fit and she's crying and she's calling him. I feel so bad. And then you know what? We've all been there. Okay. All of us women have been there. You get to a point where you're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw your shit out, or I'm gonna break it, or I'm gonna punch something, and you just can't take it anymore. So you start making messes. You start doing stupid stuff. Wait, Paige and her aren't friends anymore. They're they're friends, but they're not like they used to be. Like, they used to be like best friends, and she doesn't talk or spend as much time with Amanda because of Kyle. So I'm interested to see if they get back to being like really, really close. Because the last couple years with obviously the stuff with Craig and then, their stupid ass relationship. I think was it last season there was an episode where they were all eating dinner outside and Paige and Kyle got into like a screaming match with each other. And Amanda was just sitting there like, I don't even know what to do anymore. And Paige hates Kyle. There's an episode where Paige went to go support Amanda because Kyle was DJing, and she was like, "I'm not here." Paige's like, "I'm not here for Kyle. Like, I'm not here to watch this 40-year-old fucking play Discman over here. Like, I'm here to be with my friend because if not, she'd be alone because this man doesn't give two rat's asses about her and what anything she has going on." And then there's another episode where it was either last season or the season before where they got Paige and Kyle got into another screaming match because Amanda wanted to start a bathing suit line and she wants to settle down in New Jersey and like start a family. And Kyle was bitching about it. And Paige was like, shut up. Like, if she wants to move to New Jersey and she wants to do her bathing suit line, like, who gives a shit? If she fails, she fails. If she doesn't, she doesn't. Like, shut up. Like, just be supportive. She's not asking for something insane like your crazy ass dreams that she's always supported. Yeah, I remember, like, Paige's I am so sad Paige is not in this season because Paige would have been very integral to this group of human beings this season. January 2022, the pair enjoyed a mini moon. Nobody cares. Another one of her, "Oh my god, Kyle, you're so amazing. I love you so much. You don't, like, destroy my life and, make me cry all the time. Oh my god." Oh, here's another one. This is another post. If you're posting shit like this, you guys, unplug it. Unplug it, guys. To Amanda Batula, I know I've given you every reason to doubt me, so I thank you for looking past all of that and seeing and loving me and believing in us. Are we doing? This is after their wedding aired. Nobody wants to hear this after their wedding has aired. That episode with the bathing suit line, and she said, "Let her let her drink Corona." This is why I said she needs to do a promo with Corona. That would be genius, Jalissa. I'm still a work in progress. When a man tells you he's a work in progress, he's not working on getting any progress. Men that are working on themselves and doing the work aren't telling people that they're a fucking work in progress. That's not happening. That is literally not happening. One of the things my husband taught me is that if a man wants to do something, they will do it. They won't just do this. They won't talk. They will do it. So when a man is doing a lot of this, pay attention. When a man is doing a lot of this, pay attention. Are they doing more or are they just yapping about shit? I know when my husband's actually going to do something versus when I know he's just like, yeah, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm like, no, you're not because you've mentioned it like 10 times and I know you're not going to I know you're not going to do it. If he's not he's going to do it, he mentions it one time and then just gets on and moves on and does his thing. Like, why is it so hard? I don't know. I'm still a work in progress, but I'm fully committed to being the best husband and father I can be. You didn't try very hard. And I thank you for helping me grow up and become a better man. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Okay. It is not my job as a woman to raise a man that did not come out of my body. It is not my job. I have 2 children that I birthed myself. I can deal with them enough. I can baby them enough. I can deal with raising them enough. It is not my job to help an adult man grow the fuck up. It's none of our business. There's no reason we should be involved in raising adult men. He has a mom. Go see your mom and ask why you're not getting your shit together. Why is this my problem? This is not my problem. I don't have to make my husband grow up. I don't make my husband a better man. He chooses to be a better man because he chooses to be a good husband. When I have questions, concerns, problems, we have conversations, we talk about it, we try to figure out what the real solution or the real problem is so we can fix it. Because a lot of the times, when, especially on my end, when I'm upset about something, it usually isn't what I'm talking about. It's usually like a little bit deeper. And he actually listens to me, which is very nice. And we work on things together. But it's like, I hate when men say those things like, "Oh my god, you helped me grow up." Why am I helping you grow up? You have a mom. You have parents. Did they not help you? Why am I helping you? What the fuck's that about? Because of you, I have a newfound meaning of love, respect, and purpose. You don't respect women, so that's interesting. When I'm with you, I'm the best man that I can be. So this is the thing is, like, men will also use this type of shit back onto you. We're like, "Well, you're the one that was there for me during this, and you're the one that helped me here with that, blah, 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 blah," and it's like, "Oh my god. Oh my god." Hold on, I got a text. Oh my god. Alright. Oh my god, this it's gonna bother the fuck out of me when I'm done with it. You guys, look at this. What is it? Is that a crater? It feels like it is. It feels like one, and when I'm done with this stream, I'm gonna go pop it. Alright, and don't tell me not to. Mind your business. Your body, your choice. My body, my choice. I wanna put a crater in my face. Cook exclusively told us that having kids with Batula is on a lot of people's minds after the couple tied the knot in 2021. I thought Amanda would be like gung ho, ready to go, but we just adopted our 2 rescue dogs and we are learning firsthand how much work that is. It does change your life. It wasn't 1 dog, it was 2. Also, ladies, don't do this. You shouldn't have to do this, okay? But if you want to know what your life will be like on a very minuscule scale, okay? This is not a one-to-one comparison. This is a very like this like caring for an animal is like 5% of caring for a human being. Let me just make that very clear. But if you want, like, just, like, an eye-opening experience, watch your partner with an animal, with a pet. Okay, get a pet and watch or get them maybe stay with your parents' pet for a while, for, like, a week, okay? And you'll see really quickly, if you are able to parent with this person or if you are able to even see yourself having children with this human being. You'll find out really quick. And I'm sure watching these dogs and watching Kyle was a little bit of an eye opener. Obviously, not a fast enough one, but you get my gist. The entrepreneur Adam, she's 30, so we still have a little time to expand our family. Some of our friends are just getting engaged and are about to get married, so I don't think she wants to be the first girl in her friend group to be showing up to her other friends' weddings pregnant. I don't know. I've been ragging on Kyle so much. I'm like, maybe I need to like calm down a little bit. I'm like, nah, he sucks. Caring for puppies is a great test. Yes. I mean, that doesn't mean you get to abuse the puppies. That doesn't mean we get to like take them and then throw them back. Like it's like if you, the woman, are choosing to adopt a pet in order to have this like test, you need to accept the fact that that pet is now yours because I guarantee you, probably after you do this little test, you will not have a partner anymore and you will just have an animal. So you better like the animal. Hence why I said maybe like babysit a pet, for a day or 2, like a family pet, see how that goes. Blah, 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 blah. So they went to the Amalfi Coast. I love how this is Us Weekly is calling him a businessman. A businessman. Okay, businessman. All right. Um, no, spending time in New Hampshire. Oh, that's right. He's from New Hampshire. That's always so funny to me. Um, yeah. See, Batula gushed about her marriage to Cook. I don't want to say perfect, but it's been close to perfect. This is also this is also a red flag. This is a red flag. Don't If you're gonna say this, if you're gonna post this, if you're gonna post, "I don't wanna say it's perfect, but it's close to perfect," that means you're having problems. That's what I did, and I realized I cannot do puppies. You can't do puppies, but me and Jalissa, you can do kids. Let me tell you right now, you and them kids, girl, you're doing a great job with them, my little superstars. Adding that they weren't in a rush to expand their family. We have our 2 dogs right now, and we are so happy with the little family that we have. It's perfect. I would love more dogs. That's in my future, more dogs. And it's kinda like, "Okay, Kyle." Like, Kyle's definitely one of those people that I would be like, "I don't know about being a parent." You know what's crazy is that, like, I actually think that Tom Schwartz would've been a great dad because I feel like he would've finally found a purpose in life. Like, I feel like he has not found his purpose in life, and I feel like a kid would give him that, and sometimes I wonder if him and Katie had a kid, if that like, there is, like I've seen it happen, okay? My 50 kids, yeah, literally. I have seen it a very small amount of times, like a hand not even a handful, like, half a handful of times, where children do change people's lives for the better. It's rare. It's very rare. But I sometimes wonder, and this is stupid of me, but I sometimes wonder if Katie and Schwartz had a kid, if that would have just given him like, he mentioned multiple times, like, he would love to be a stay-at-home dad, and I think he would have truly loved being a stay-at-home dad. Yeah, I agree with yeah, he was also the oldest of triplets, like, I think he would have been a really good dad, um, and I really think it would have actually changed him a lot, and also I think because he would have loved that kid so much, I think he would have started holding a lot of more friendships more accountable, AKA Sandoval, and he wouldn't have let people get away with as much because he would have loved his child this is gonna be sad what I'm about to say, more than Katie, okay? I'm just saying. That happened to my brother-in-law, he was a mess till my niece was born. Yeah, it's rare. I've seen it you know who I see it the most with? I see it the most with people in addiction. where they have a kid and that child just, like, opens them up and makes them realize, like, this is not worth it, and they change for their kid. It's not a reason to have a kid, though. So, the duo posed for photos while attending a wedding together. They went to this, blah, 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 blah. Was wondering to just not have to plan a wedding anymore. It was just okay. The couple exclusively told us what it was like filming season 2 of Winter House, which shot in early 2022 and premiered in October following their 2021 nuptials. I think it was wonderful to just not have to plan a wedding anymore. It just wedding planning, as everyone knows and watched, is not for me or for us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Planning a wedding with Kyle sounds like torture. We were able to like get back into just being happy and in love and focusing on each other instead of planning a wedding. This is why I didn't have a wedding because I didn't want to deal with this crap, amongst other things. We have just adopted 2 dogs and just came back from a little mini moon. We were just on cloud nine. Everything was great. How many times are we going to post that you adopted these damn dogs? Like, again, it's like we're going to like look over here. Don't look over there. Look over here. Don't look over there. You know? Um, the previous season, Loverboy, we had like 5 employees. I was still dealing with so much. My desk was just like my virtual desk piling up while I was in Vermont. And now the team has grown like threefold. I could actually rely on people to kind of, keep the show on the road. Oh yeah. So this is like when Loverboy kind of started like season. They premiered at BravoCon, married couple, opened up about their first year of marriage. Amanda said she had the post-wedding blues, is what they call it. I definitely sunk into a deep hole of depression, and it just was sad. That's okay. Like Amanda, choose your own journey. That is like your body telling you we did something bad. Like I can tell you from experience if you've had this beautiful, amazing, like what is perceived to be this beautiful, amazing, wonderful life event, okay? That is perceived to be the most joyous, wonderful day of your life, giving birth, getting married, graduations, birthdays, blah, blah, blah. If after those things have been completed, your first emotion is to go into a deep depression, that means that that thing was not joyous and wonderful and something's not right. Something's wrong, you know? Like you think about after having a child, you would think that you would feel happy and joyous and yeah, you're tired and you're grumpy all these things, but like you wouldn't feel all these negative horrible feelings, and that should be a sign to you to be like, "Oh, I'm going through something. Something bad is happening. I'm having a really hard time. I'm being challenged. Like, what is that? Like, what's going on?" And if I had just gotten married and right after I sunk into a deep depression, that should tell me that that wedding triggered that, and I need to look into why it triggered that. But I'm not a doctor. Okay? I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV, you know? All right. Thanksgiving in Vermont. Okay, so this is in 2023. This was when Amanda started opening up about her fertility and hormone struggles on season 2 of Winter House. And she also opened up about this on Summer House, I know, because I remember the girls talking to her about that, how she was really sad about that. The entrepreneur explained that while he and Betula weren't ready to immediately start a family after their 2021 nuptials, the Jersey native did want to stop taking birth control after being off the medication for 6 months. Betula hadn't received her period, which caused concern for the couple. I think she kind of started to get in her own head, as one might when you start wondering, like, what are the ramifications here? Noting that it was tough to watch his partner go through the stress of possibly having trouble conceiving when they are ready to have kids. The Maryland native pointed out that due to her hormonal changes, Betula was breaking out while filming Winter House, and yet she didn't let it get her down. Her hormones were just going crazy. I just had so much respect because I don't think I would have had the balls to be on camera. He said, I was like, wow, you are a trooper. Cook revealed in February 2023 that both he and Batula are in a much better place now, particularly with her personal health. He concluded at the moment, we just have our hands full with our dogs. Again, why is it always about the dogs? What is that about? They always bring up the dogs. There's just, like, so many red flags that are so obvious, and I feel like this is, like, a personal PSA to women everywhere. It's what this live is. It's just a PSA to women. Watch this video, and you'll learn how to not fall for these dumbasses. Batula and Cook shut down the Dumois blind item that he cheated on her again. I laughed at it and I thought the timing was very convenient. It like came out given what was going on at the time on the show. Said on Watch What Happens Live in March 2023, referring to the Loverboy work stuff on season 7. Cook denied the claims from the audience, noting that wasn't a night he was not accounted for during summer 2022. It's like you sleep on that tea for 8 months and then send it to into Dumois, come on. Yeah, people do it all the time. People literally do that all the time. I guarantee you he's probably done that a couple times to Lindsay and Carl and everybody. The twosome filmed their 3rd season of Winter House. The series, aired that fall, documenting the couple and their pals in Colorado Springs. Ahead of the season 8 premiere, Cook exclusively told us that he and Batula were in a state of in between as his wife was ready to have a house with a yard with kids outside of New York City. But everything our whole life is still here in the city, and we looked at maybe we continue to rent and we buy a vacation home or a second home. We were trying to think outside the box because change is exciting, and we've been in the same apartment for 5 years or whatever it is, 6 years now. Cook continued, we're just trying to find our way and navigating all that with the show and an insanely stressful business that I'm running. It's a lot. I feel like dogs inadvertently kind of slow down our baby making. So we're just taking it one day at a time. They bring up the dogs every time they bring up babies. Hello, what did I just say? What did I just say? Like, it's just crazy to me that they keep bringing up the dogs every time a kid gets brought up. They're like, "The dogs are crazy." I'm like, "Okay, the dogs are not that crazy. Like, stop. Stop acting like you don't have help. Stop acting like I don't see the dogs when you guys are at the summer house. So, where are they? They're being watched by somebody. So, come on now. This is an excuse. This is a again, look over here, don't look over here. Look over here, don't look over here. This is the thing that bothers me too, and that I wish again, I just wish men would just be more honest about what they want. Like, if you only wanna have sex with women, there are women that will do that for you, that will be that person for you, consistently for you, and you don't have to worry about your feelings and shit, okay, and getting in relationships and all this stuff. But I'm gonna I'm gonna say something positive for men right now. I know, it's crazy. Everybody write this time and timestamp this. But there is this stereotype on men just as much as women to have a wife and to have children. Just as much as women are told, like, we're supposed to have a husband and make babies, men have that same thing too, where it's like they also like the man of the house and like when are you gonna settle down and like ooh like people talk all the time. It's like oh my god like Leonardo DiCaprio and like George Clooney were like the ultimate bachelor forever. But like notice how they again I agree with that. It's like oh guys men get to be bachelors whatever and women are like hags. I understand that, but also in that, they are still asked, like, "When are you gonna settle down? When are you gonna find the love of your life? When are you gonna do this? When are you gonna find the right one?" And then when they date somebody, it's like, "Oh, how's that going? Blah, blah, blah." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still in there that, like, men have to do the same thing as women. They just get to be more free in a marriage than women get to be. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me sad because what ends up happening is people like Kyle are like, well, I'm 35, I should be married, I should have a kid, and I should be the man of the house by now. Like, and then women, they have their version of that too. It happens on both sides. And I feel like that's what Kyle was kind of doing. It's like, well, I know I'm a playboy and I know I want to run around and drink and just do whatever the hell I want whenever I want, no questions asked. But I also know that I am a 35-year-old adult and I need to like grow the fuck up. So like how can I have both? But then what ends up happening is you end up disappointing this person, particularly a woman, that told you what she wanted, you heard it, but you still and you said you could do it, but you're still trying to find ways to, like, creep in more of what you want and less of what she wants. Does that make sense? You know? And I just think about, like, it's like they're both wasting their life. He's wasting his life lying to himself and lying to her about who he really is, slash him not being an adult, like him being a man child, you know? And she's wasting her life trying to raise a man child. And it's just depressing. It just makes me really sad. It just again, it reminds me a lot of, like, Ariana and Tom Sandoval and Katie and Tom Schwartz and, Carl and Lindsay. Carl and Lindsay, I'm gonna say something controversial yet brave. Sometimes I wish they'd just get back together because I feel like he got what he wanted. He got space, he got his sobriety, he got his business. He's moving in the right direction. She got her baby that she wanted. And she finally got to see Carl start a business and become an adult. And I'm like, "Okay, you guys both got what you wanted. Can we get back together now?" I feel like you guys, like, I don't know. Get back together because I don't think Lindsay's with her baby daddy. I think she again, controversial yet brave. I just feel like Lindsay was like, "I want a baby. Who's gonna help me?" And this guy was, like, a friend of hers and was like, "Sure, I'll help you out. I don't give a crap. Go ahead." And they're just like BFFs now. There's nothing wrong with that. And if that is true, Lindsay, just admit that. That's boss. That's so cool. During season 8 of Summer House, fans watch as the cracks in Batula and Cook's relationship begin to form. Most of these issues stem from attempting to find a work-life balance while working side by side at Loverboy, which they're the type of couple that definitely cannot work together. Like my husband and I are that kind of couple. We can't work together. It just doesn't. He's trying to be like the alpha. I'm also trying to be an alpha. And in work, you can't both be the alpha. One of there's a give and a take, and neither one of us want to give or take. And that's okay. So we don't work together. It's that easy. It's not that big of a deal. Um, Batula exclusively told us in April that she took a slight step back from the company for the sake of our relationship. She said the slow change began after BravoCon in November 2023. BravoCon causes problems, guys. That's why they keep doing it. I think that we were at a place where I would be frustrated about something happening on my end, and he would take it very personally, or he'd complain about something that I approved and I made a decision on, and I would take it personally. So I wasn't great for our relationship. Well, that's the other thing is like if you guys don't agree that you're both the boss or agree that one of you is the boss, like there has to be it's hard because like these guys are so young and they're starting these businesses from nothing, having not a lot of background in some of this stuff, just flying by the fucking seat of their pants, doing the best that they can. And when you're starting a business, the biggest recommendation I can have is you have to establish a hierarchy essentially, like a business model of like who's going to be where and who's going to do what. And you need to establish who is the boss of who and when and why. Like you need to establish those things so that way you know who's making what decisions when and you know who to blame for every single thing too. And it's like you can't both be the boss. Like it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. This is why I really encourage men and women to have their like in heterosexual relationships, because that's the only ones I can speak on, because that's the only relationship I'm in, is to have like your own thing. I really, really do. But that doesn't mean your partner doesn't get to come and enjoy like can't enjoy it with you. Like my husband has his own activities and his own things that he loves to do, and they're not activities that I want or like to do, but if he asked me to participate in them, I would and I do because he's not asking me to like do heart surgery, and vice versa. Like there's things that I love that is not something that he would do on his own, but he knows I love them, so he'll enjoy them with me because he's a good person. And I just think it's better that way, because then, like, if you wanna be the boss of your company and you wanna set the rules and you don't wanna hear your partner tell you what to do, it's your company. You're the boss. It's their company. It's their restaurant. It's their shop. It's their whatever. And again, and I also think it's good to have that space with each other. Unless you're one of those, freaky couples that can be with each other 24/7. Go off, sis, because I'm not. I say I wanna be with my husband 24/7, but I know I don't. I know I don't. I know it wouldn't be good because it's just not a good, it's not good for everybody. Batul is still very much involved in the company, but added, "I think we needed a little bit of that separation for now. This seems to be working for us right now." They just like, that's the thing is, like, they don't have their own things. They need to have their own things, and I think that would have been really good. The only problem is that Kyle is a very jealous person, and she can have her own thing as long as it doesn't overshadow his own thing. This is where we have a bigger problem. Because, like, when I'm going to do my thing, I make sure that it's on a time frame that doesn't interrupt what my husband's doing, and vice versa. Like, I've talked about it before, how, like, my husband and I have, like, we call them mommy and daddy days, where, like, these days of the week are mommy's days, that mommy's allowed to do whatever she wants, no questions asked, and daddy has to be home by a certain time, so that way mommy can do what she wants, and vice versa. And we did that because I'm a pushover, and I will let everybody else do what they want, everybody else be happy, and then I'll be friggin' miserable, and then I'll pout in the corner about how miserable I am, and it's like, "Well, you didn't communicate anything, you didn't tell anybody, you didn't say you wanted to do anything." People can't read minds. You have to speak up for yourself, you know what I'm saying? And so, now we have our own times, and now we know, because we respect each other, that we either A, don't schedule anything for ourselves on the other person's day. If my day's Monday and my husband's day's Friday, I don't schedule anything on Friday. He doesn't schedule anything on Mondays. But if for some reason we have to schedule something because it's the only day, like I remember last month I went to a Jonas Brothers concert, and it was on one of his days. And I asked him ahead of time. I was like, "I'm not going to buy tickets unless you are okay and comfortable with that, and then we'll find another day for you to do something." He's like, "Cool, sure." And that's what we did. There's like it's compromise, and Kyle just doesn't have that compromising bone in his body, I don't think. And here's the thing, that's okay as long as you're honest about it. It's okay to say, "I am just not the person to invest my energy into another human being this deeply. Like, I can't do that. I know this about myself. I know I'm a good friend, not talking about Carl, but I know I'm a good friend, but there's only so much you have to invest in friendships. There is like a threshold that you can kind of hold on and keep friends without being like an asshole or being a horrible friend. But in a relationship, in a partnership, there's a lot of energy and a lot of commitment. It's not easy. November 2025, Cook and Petula stepped out at Amazon's Home for the Holidays event in NYC with their Summer House co-stars on November 6th, days before Us confirmed that they were navigating a challenging time in their marriage. They are both committed to making their relationship work. A second source, meanwhile, denied reports that the pair were living separately. In January 2026, Cook and Batula jointly announced their split in a statement shared via Instagram, which we've all seen. It's funny because, like, what was it, like the week before or like 2 weeks before they posted all that on there? She like posted like a TikTok or something, like basically being like, "No, we're not getting divorced. You guys are all stupid." And it's like, "No, you are. Like, we know you are. Stop lying to us." I'm like, "Oh, Amanda, come on, girl." Like, but I'm like, you guys, at the end of the day, I'm so excited for her. She is about to have her glow up. She's about to have her Paige moment, her Ariana moment. I hope she goes on Giggly Squad. I hope she starts her own alcohol brand. I hope she just shoots to the moon. I hope that this new little New York show that they're supposed to be doing after Summer House season is over, that Kyle is not on it. And I hope she's on it with Lindsay and some of the other girls. I hope it's come on, just give me Sex in the City. Just give me Sex in the City. That's all I want. Samantha, this is journalism. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy that I have done the Lord's work. Jalissa, you demand content, I'll make it. You tell me what you want, I'll just go on live and I'll do it. How about that? We'll keep it simple. You'll just be my creative director. I warn you, you will make $0. as will I. We will not make a dime off of this as of yet. When we do, I'll let you know. All right, that's all I have for this evening. I need to go to bed. I am tired. I will see you guys later. I love you all so much. Please go support LGBTQIA businesses and F the Iceman. We hate him. He's horrible. He's awful. He's disgusting. Go support LGBTQIA businesses and go support immigrants. Do just be a good person. Can you just be a good person? Is it so hard? Just be a good person. Okay. All right. I love you. Go be a good person. I'll talk to you later. Bye.